Drew. Of course, it's an ominous sign. He's got that 3-week suspended penalty hanging over his head, and it'll all be decided on Monday night. It's surprising, though, that the goal umpire, who was pretty close to that, didn't lodge a report. But Carlton have got that worry and others too, because talented Richard Dennis has injured his posterior cruciate ligament tonight. He'll have x-rays taken tomorrow, and if they're worse than we all expect, he could miss the rest of the season. And of course, Warren McKenzie, the backman, also has severely damaged his knee, and he could be in doubt for matches ahead.
And also reports from the Footscray-Hawthorn game, 4 out there.
Look, Footscray are really fuming tonight. Its match committee met after the game, slammed the umpires and said they'll be protesting to the league about the reports tomorrow. They have 3 players reported, Captain Rick Kennedy on a charge of allegedly eye gouging Jason Dunstall, the Hawthorn forward. Footscray director Nick Collum got up after the game and said, "Oh, we're risking the fines that come from this, but we said we have to say something. The club is just not getting a fair go," he said, "and we better get a fair go on Monday." He also said that the players heard the umpires say things out there, and he's putting those up to the tribunal as well. So it's going to be a big night at the tribunal on Monday with Footscray and Carlton.
And also from that game, Gary Buckenara ill and barely took his place in the lineup.
Well, there was a bit of a sensation in the rooms when he turned up very, very ill, violently ill as a matter of fact, and the Hawks didn't know what to do with him for a while, but they did place him on the bench and used him in the last 20 minutes. But it puts Mel Brown, the state captain of West Australia, under some sort of problems. He doesn't know what to do with Buckenara for the state game on Tuesday.
And I believe also for the state game that Neville Bruns, who's in the Victorian squad, is in some doubt.
Well, he took a heavy knock in the first quarter at Cardinia Park, sat most of the game on the bench, and the selectors will have to look very closely at him tomorrow. John Devine was a bit testy after the match, and no wonder. And he said the Cats' prime movers just weren't of any influence today.
Thanks, Scotty. Thanks for that report, and look forward to your report in the paper tomorrow. Scott Palmer, the sporting editor of the Sunday Press. And speaking of the state squads, both the West Australian and Victorian squads will be announced during our live telecast from Carrara tomorrow.